The route that disappeared. Development of trust. This is a story about the awake explorer who begins his first awakening adventure, believing that a successful journey depends on knowing exactly where he is going. When his carefully planned route disappears, he discovers that trust does not mean knowing what comes next. It means being willing to take the next step without demanding the whole road. The awake explorer stood outside a small mountain café, staring at his phone. His backpack was packed, his water bottle was full, his earbuds were charged, his route was perfect. At least it had been perfect 10 seconds ago. No connection, his phone announced. He tapped the screen. Nothing. He turned airplane mode on, then off. Nothing. He raised the phone toward the sky. Surely enlightenment gets at least 3 bars. A woman watering flowers outside the café laughed. Where are you trying to go? The Mirador Trail. She pointed toward 3 roads climbing into the hills. Which one? That, said the explorer, is exactly what my phone was supposed to tell me. He had planned everything, the best trail, the fastest route, the recommended café, even the time the sun would reach the overlook. Now his blue navigation line had vanished. He opened a screenshot. It showed the destination, not the road. Excellent, he muttered. I know where I'm going. I just don't know how to get there. The woman pointed left. I'd start there. Are you certain? No. That is not reassuring. He chose the middle road instead. 10 minutes later it ended at a locked gate. When he returned, the woman was still watering flowers. Middle road? Very locked. He looked toward the left road. So you knew? No, I just suggested a beginning. That bothered him more than he expected. He started up the left road. Soon the pavement narrowed into stone. At a fork there were no signs. Left climbed steeply. Right descended toward trees. His mind immediately went to work. Left is probably faster. But what if right circles around? What if I lose an hour? What if I miss the sunset? A little boy came down the hill carrying a football. Mirador, the explorer asked. The boy pointed right. Gracias. The explorer took 3 steps, then stopped. How old is that kid? 8. He looked left, then right. Finally he laughed. You wanted guidance? You just wanted guidance with credentials. He went right. The path entered a grove of trees and crossed a small stream. On the other side, an elderly man was tying his shoe. Mirador? Up past the yellow house. How far? The man shrugged. Far enough. The explorer almost asked for more. How many kilometers? Which turns? What landmarks? Then he noticed something. Every time someone gave him one useful direction, his mind demanded 5 more. He wasn't asking only for guidance. He was asking for guarantees. His phone vibrated. 1 bar. The map suddenly reappeared. There you are. The blue rote spun, recalculated, then instructed, make a U-turn. The explorer looked behind him. Then ahead. Ahead stood the yellow house. He burst out laughing. For the first time that day, he put the phone into his pocket while it was still giving instructions. Beyond the yellow house, a woman hanging laundry pointed uphill. A cyclist pointed toward a stone stairway. A gardener showed him a narrow passage between 2 walls. At every turn, he received just enough, never the whole route. And slowly he noticed something else. The journey he had planned was disappearing. He wasn't following the highest-rated path. He wasn't making the best time. He had crossed a stream that wasn't on his itinerary. He had spoken with people he never would have met. He had stopped measuring whether the day was going correctly. Late that afternoon, he climbed the final hill. There was no observation deck, no café, no crowd taking photographs, only a flat stone overlooking the lake. He sat. Far below, the roads twisted through the hills. From up here, they looked almost like one continuous line. His phone buzzed. Full signal. A notification appeared. You have arrived. The explorer looked at it. No, he said quietly. I've been arriving all day. He thought about the locked gate, the boy, the bridge, the yellow house, the cyclist, and the gardener. None had shown him the entire journey. Each had simply revealed the next step. He had thought trust meant becoming certain that everything would work out according to his plan. But perhaps trust began when his plan stopped being the condition for peace. The sun lowered toward the lake. The explorer opened his map one last time. His original route appeared in blue. It wasn't the road he had taken at all. He smiled and slipped the phone into his pocket. For tomorrow he would still have plans. He would still use maps. But he no longer needed the entire road before taking the next step. And for the first time, the awake explorer understood why his journey had begun with a disappearing route.